Hey guys, Dazzler Magic here, and everybody's wondering what are the values of some of the cards from Wilds of Eldraine? Because a lot of people saw one and thought, well, that's going in my deck, be it Commander, most likely. Or you could be playing Artisan Pentagon, or anything goes Plane Chase Emperor. Hey, you do you. There are things more fun out there than Standard Constructed, like a root canal. But how much will you have to pay for these cards? And what will the overall EV be? Well, I didn't do an exact EV calculation because the different trims, as I call them, so different card frames. And, just looking at it, the rares hit $2.99 pretty darn quick, and the packs cost more than $2.99. You don't even really need to do the math. So we're doing the top 10. Let's start with number 10, which is Blossoming Tortoise. It's a mythic coming in at $7. It's kind of a landfall card, it's kind of a ramp card, and it's definitely a manland card, but is there really a deck that plays all three? And that $7 price tag seems to suggest maybe. Next up, Virtue of Strength. Any of the virtues being on this list are pretty obvious. In fact, the one right below Blossoming Tortoise for $6 was the Black Virtue. The fact that that's less than this is shocking. I think that's just incorrect. But yeah, tap a land for triple. Yeah. Well, $7. It's actually tied with the Tortoise, and so is number 8. And so is number 7. Wow. Okay, so it's a four-way tie for 6th place. No, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Yeah, I can math. So next up, also at $7 is Virtue of Loyalty. No surprise there. At the beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 counter on each creature and untap them. Yeah, that's just sheer power. I mean, this is obviously a commander card, and so far these have all been mythics. That's not a good sign. Because most of what you pull is rares. I believe the mythic percentage is either... Oh, what is it? I don't remember if it was by contribution or by rarity occurrence. I always had this number, but I think it's like 9%. So they're basically negligible. Like, you're not going to pull them. Might be low double digits, but yeah, all the money comes from the rares. And then the uncommons, forget it. Except all the money these days comes from the special versions that are only in the collector's boosters. So it is just an absolute loss if you open the draft boosters. That's what it's looking like. So anyway, the last of the $7 ties. And remember, all these numbers are working off a Card Kingdom, just because they have pre-order prices. Thanks for changing your image format to AVIF, guys. That really helps. I'm sure the 3 cents you saved on bandwidth per month is definitely worth YouTubers not being able to use your website anymore. Really appreciate it. I'll adjust in the future. Anyway, they got the pre-orders posted, so hey, it is what it is. But yeah, Will, Scion of Peace. Yeah. Life gain free spell spam. Yeah, you can do some damage with this. The colors are unfortunate because it's very specific, and I think this will fall, but he's just really powerful. A card this powerful, you just don't put below 7. Until it starts not selling, just in case, because people could buy you out instantly. So next up, yet another mythic. It's Ashy Larry, Wicked Manipulator. Only $8 for the star villain of the set, and it's a planeswalker, and it's a mythic. Yikes. And also it's mono black. This is so crazy specific. And a card draw engine for +1 for 5 mana when you could just play Phyrexian Arena, I don't see it. You can't directly attack Phyrexian Arena, just saying. Now, the build-up nightmares are kinda neat, but they're nothing special for 5. Kinda slow. And then take a bite out of their library for some reason. It's just an odd card. Well, coming in tied, but in my opinion better, is Ariette of the Charmed Apple. Uh-oh, another mythic. Kinda makes you wonder what the rares are worth, doesn't it? This is a hyper-specific aura card that's only good for the set that it's in, really, or some really narrow things, so I'm actually surprised it's this high at $8. Next up, another mythic virtue, who would have thought? So it's the blue one. It's Panharmonicon in blue for more. I mean, is anybody surprised? And then the cloner for 2 when you don't have to pay anything for planeswalker abilities and those would qualify? Yeah. Next up, another mythic, Agatha's Soul Cauldron, and this absolute beast is $15. We're jumping up to almost double instantly. But it is in 3rd place. So you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to activate abilities of creatures you control. Okay, then why are they in your deck unless you're playing like a Kidnapper deck or something? I don't know. Then creatures you control with 1/1 counters on them, so now we're talking, have all the activated abilities of all creatures exiled with this card, and then you can just exile or tap it and exile something from a graveyard. So when a creature is exiled this way, put a 1/1 counter on any target creature you control. So it's this neat little utility thing where you can just sit there and like partially clone and steal stuff on a recurring basis. It started going for 2, so I still feel like 15 is a little high unless people are already slotting this into some deck that already exists that I'm unaware of, which is very likely, considering I don't study decks in other formats that I don't play built by other people. But I just don't think this is very good. Like, it has to be in a graveyard, then it has to be removed. It's all these waiting and turns, and I don't see it. Now, next up, we got for $18 Moonshaker Cavalry. This card ain't playing. I read this and I'm like, you've actually got to be kidding me. So yeah, it's an 8-cost 6/6 triple white. So what? Spirit Knight, great. Flying, great. When it enters the battlefield, creatures you control gain flying and +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the highest, or pardon me, the number of creatures you control. So you could have just a pile of 1/1s, drop this in, win. Now 8 is outrageous, but if you can tap your token creatures for mana, okay, but now you can't attack with them, so it's like there's got to be something here with like a one-time ramp. But if you've got creatures, you got a large number of them, or even a medium number of them, they're in the air. I mean, I'm surprised they didn't give them trample. If you can get to 8 early one time, you just win. I feel like $18 is a little high because I feel like 8's a little high for the mana, but we'll see. This is just pay 8, win the game. So number 1. Mythic, mono black, it's Beseech the Mirror. Who didn't see this coming? I believe my exact words were, well, here's a $40 card, and wouldn't you know it, here's a $40 card. It's $40. Oh, pardon me, it's $39.99 plus shipping, handling, and tax. Clearly, I've gone crazy with my drastic exaggerations of 1 penny higher. Debatably. So it's a black 4-cost triple black sorcery with bargain, so you could probably sack one of those things. Search your library for a card, exile it face down, then shuffle. If the spell was bargained, which it was, you may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost. If that spell's mana value is 4 or less, put the exiled card into your hand if it wasn't cast this way. Who would have thought that a 4-cost Diabolic Tutor that also free summons the card might be a little popular? Huh. Yeah, this is just Commander Legends. I mean, come on. Like, they're just creating Commander cards at this point and then pretending like it has something to do with Standard. You know, the prices on Diabolic Tutor are actually a little high, which is funny because it's been printed about 1 billion times. Now, we got a house rule everywhere I've ever played Commander. No tutoring unless it's for a land, because you're just going for some stupid degenerate combo. The whole point of 99+1 Singleton is that it plays differently every time. If you just go get the same couple pieces and the rest of your deck is to go get those pieces, you're ruining everybody's fun and you're a jackass. Now, competitive or online against anonymous people, I guess if you want to waste your time and money on that bullshit, then, you do you. But I think that's just stupid. It's completely idiotic. Kind of sad that we do a better job policing Commander as a community in our own playgroups than all of WotC or the entire Commander committee, which has proven to be crooked as hell. So don't go thinking, oh, to keep up, if I'm running black, I better be running this. No, stop it. At least not in Commander, and not for friendly games. And quite honestly, not for $40. I don't think this is going to fall much below even $30 when this comes out, because this is like the bomb card, but oh boy, let's talk about the fact that the top 10 is entirely mythics. Yikes. So the very first one would be 11th place, Decadent Dragon. $5 rare. After that, it's a $5 mythic. It's a $5 mythic, $5 mythic, $4 mythic, and then a $4 rare. Then we've got a $4 mythic, $4 mythic, and a $3.50 rare. Yikes. I am 100% not kidding where I would put the box EV estimate just off the top of my head because I have almost nothing to compare this to. I've never seen a set this bad. Probably under 100 day one. Yeah. Now you got those stupid bonus cards and not many of them are above like $7 and I don't know if they're even in draft boosters. I thought they only started in set boosters. If even that, so do not open this. Now the good news is if you need some cards out of it, anything other than what I just read off and even some of those, very, very, very reasonably priced. So you don't have to pick up one single pack of this. You just have to pick up the card. Now them focusing on Commander because that's the biggest play group because they completely ruined Standard due to entirely their own decisions. Well, now, instead of an enormous amount of people potentially needing 4 of a card right when it comes out, you've got Commander players who might be interested in 1 copy of a card quite a bit after it comes out. Because Commander doesn't rotate. There's no rush. Who cares? Just pick it up eventually. The longer you wait, the lower it'll get. So them catering to Commander is just like, oh, yeah, it's not a shift in what people are doing. It's a last-ditch effort to not sell 0 cards. Their only other direct option would be to lower the price of packs. There's nowhere left to go as far as Standard power level, and they just completely tried to put Arena on life support by making sure everybody doesn't quit immediately on the spot when rotation happens, when they lose access to basically 100% of their decks, while getting effectively a bill for the new set simultaneously, because they have to buy it to get the new cards. I mean, let alone people who have hundreds of rare and mythic wild cards just sitting there ready to be used. Any new customers, anybody new to the game? Oh my God, they might think it's a great time to jump in. Absolutely not. I mean, yeah, it's great if you have $500. I would go buy the last couple AAA or actually AA games and play those instead of a stupid rigged card game where the go first system is provably rigged and pretty much everything else about it, including the shuffles and the opening hands. Some of those proven, some of those things allegedly, I have to say legally. Yeah, sue me. And make sure you include a copy of the entire source code for the game, because I'll get it during Discovery. No wonder they're floundering. It's a shame that they, can't make digital cheaper and better and then lean on physical paper like they did for the last 30 years because they directly competed with their own stores on Amazon. Oh, and then got rid of ACD distributors. So this is just one bad decision after another coming back to haunt them. And these prices are really reflective of that. Man, this is bad. Oh well, hope you guys found another game to play. It just is what it is. But nothing can stop you from playing whatever format you want now. You're free from the shackles of Standard Constructed, assuming you don't touch Arena. So, hey, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll still keep you in the loop as we're sinking on the Titanic here, and I'll see you guys next time.